This is, the dashboard's really straightforward. It's just lights and wipers, and one of the things that we did do here, where the fuel gauge originally was, we have our digital fuel gauge, and this just basically tells us where our battery pack is. Like all the production EVs, it has regen braking, which has nothing to do with the physical brakes. It has it's part of the motor. So when you let out the throttle, it starts slowing the car down, and it's going to put energy back into the battery pack. And this is a manual transmission car, but we use the manual transmission because it's already in here. It's just the simplest way to get the power from the motor into the wheels. First gear is too low. I hardly ever use that. I usually just start off in second. I can even start off in third, and fourth is for the highway. The car has been on this whole time. I don't know if you realize that, but the car has been on. We're actually can just start off here in second gear. Let me go this way. And it doesn't make all the noise that it used to. So I can come to I'll come to a stop, like
just by letting off.
And I don't have to declutch. I don't have to shift into a lower gear.
And why is that?
Because it's an electric motor, and when the wheels stop, the motor stops, the transmission stops. The Beetle is a 2,200-pound car with the batteries. The Beetle is a great car to convert from a physical standpoint, just because it weighs less than a lot of other vehicles. But on top of that, it's a classic car that's going up in value. So that's pretty expensive to convert a car right now. I mean, if you bring us a Beetle, our starting price to convert it, or a bus, or a Carnegie, or any of these vintage Volkswagens, it starts around $35,000. So it's a big investment in a vehicle. So to introduce this idea of converting a classic car, I really don't think there's a better vehicle to do that with than the Beetle. I mean, everybody, whether they hate it or love it, they all kind of like it. We're all familiar with it. Like the people that we just passed that had some gray in their hair, they just kind of look like, wait a minute, did you just run out of gas or what? It doesn't make much noise. I drive this a lot. I mean, I put about 13,000 miles on this since the last year and a half.
Wow.
So, and I drive it in the rain, whatever. We did this to drive the car more. But this is what I love, being able to step on it, going up a hill. I'm in third gear, and I can just keep on going. This car is a little bit noisier than our other one, than like the regular black sedan, because we have this sunroof, the big rag top, so it's going to be a little bit more noisy than the other one. But trust me, it's way quieter than a regular Beetle. Unlike the traditional Beetles, this thing flies now. I've had this car up to over 100 miles an hour. I'm not exactly sure how far over, but the speedometer only goes up to 90. No, you don't only do that once. It's nice driving a bright colored car. People do see you. So you can do things like that. You can just jet out in front of somebody who's taking their time and not worry about it. You can't do that in a regular Beetle. Right. I don't know if you knew that, but the traditional regular Beetles are just wonderfully underpowered. It's a Beetle. It's 50 years old. The metal's thinner. It's, what I like about it is you're much more connected to the road and your environment. You're not sealed up in a little metal capsule, kind of losing touch with reality. And then there's also, there's a little app that will tell you where all the...
I keep looking for a seatbelt.
The other side, don't honk at anybody.
My New York sensibilities won't kick in.
So, as soon as you get in the car...
This feels to me no different than driving Well, a little bit different now that I'm up to speed a little bit. Yeah, it feels not so much different than any other electric car.
If you put it in third gear, your regen is going to be less. Yeah, put the clutch in and you
third
can
gear
shift
is
up
up?
into third. Yes, up and to the right. Yeah, that's close enough. You know, the Beetle is very forgiving. I mean, this car has been around for 50 years, so.
Have you got any speeding tickets driving this?
I have not.
Yeah, so right. So no power steering, no power brakes, and you left it pretty stock?
Right. Everything is totally stock. I mean, we don't want to cut the car up. We don't want to devalue it at all. So whatever we can do